Boy, do I have some juicy news for you guys. So when the trailer came out, the Battlefield 5 trailer, I made a video talking about the trailer itself. I didn't like it, whatever, moved on. Then the DICE CEO, I believe it was, made a comment saying that like he didn't care that he made this possible for his daughter because he didn't want to tell her that she couldn't have a World War II female character. It was like whatever, man, right? Anyways, the issue there was that the DICE CEO himself said they're not removing it, so it was basically a big fuck you. And I moved on. However, EA has now responded to all this controversy and the issues and people on both sides. Anyways, so Patrick Sutherland, I don't know who that is, but he is the person who responded. I believe he is something of like the officer or something. So he, I'll just read the article. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's say, when Electronic Arts revealed the teaser trailer for its new Battlefield game for the first time, it was probably hoping to spark a wave of hype across an excited fanbase. Instead, it found itself facing an outraged backlash that spread like wildfire. It didn't take long before the hashtag #NotMyBattlefield was trending on Twitter, and a vocal minority of fans were demanding change. A 400,000 minority compared to the 300,000 majority of people who didn't want change, right? So this article basically states the same thing that every article seems to do, and it's that we have a problem with women, we don't want women in Battlefield. It's not true, okay? We don't care if we have women in Battlefield. We don't. The issue is, if you're going to put a female in the Battlefield, at least make her Soviet, like the actual female soldiers who fought in World War II, not disabled British females. But let's continue. My boy Patrick over here said that, and this is his statement, it's in quotations, or it's a quote by him: "These are people who are uneducated." Did you get that? He called you people fucking dumb and ignorant. Well, he called me too that, right? But hashtag me too. They don't understand that this is a plausible scenario. Except it's not. I mean, if it was a plausible scenario, then we would have heard of British females fighting in the front lines. But guess what, Patrick? That didn't fucking happen. Alright. So he basically states the same thing as everything else. It's starting to sound like they're being told what to say, and I don't know how to feel about that. He said, his next statement said, "The common perception is that there were no women in World War II, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is not true. There was females in World War II. We all know this. There were Soviets and the French resistance, but those weren't the front lines. Those were females in France, fighting. against the German occupation. It's not like they were sent by the military to fight. Now the Soviets, they were forced to fight, but that's a different story. Okay, so let's continue reading. There were a ton of women who fought in World War II and partook in the war. I think I did the math to respond to someone on Twitter, and it was like just in the Soviet side there was like around 42 to 1 female sniper, 42 males to 1 female sniper. So I mean, you know, and I'm not even sure if the number that the person gave me on Twitter was correct for females. He said there was around 800 female Soviet snipers. I don't know. I didn't even bother to fact check because I know he doesn't care anyway, so why even bother? But the ratio was I know that for a fact there was like around 34 million males, so 800,000 females is not even much, but that was the ratio. I think 42 to 1. So he continues and he says, listen, this is a game. It's kind of sad that they all have to use the same argument of, it's just a game. We know it's a game, fucking idiots. But whatever. And then he continues and says, you have two choices. Either accept it or don't buy the game. I am fine with either or. And that's about it. So to recap, he just said the same thing. He called his ignorance that we don't know history, yet we have all acknowledged the fact that there were females in World War II, just no British handicapped females. This is pissing me off, man. EA and DICE both are just saying fuck you, you know, suck it up, we're not gonna do anything about it. This is how we are going to release the game, whether you want it or not. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it, we don't give a shit. That's basically what they're saying. So I don't know, man. Seems like EA has not learned anything from this Battlefront 2, you know, fiasco, that when the consumer says something, they should always get what they're asking for. This applies in restaurants as well. Even though you know the customer is lying, you cannot always have to side with the customer. But, you know, it's whatever. I will not be supporting this garbage of a game, and I hope you don't either. And now it is not because of the women, it's because of the fact that EA and DICE are both saying fuck you, we don't care what you want. Now it is an issue about who is in control here. Is it them or is it us? I mean, who's the one who needs the money? You know, I can get my $60 and go spend it somewhere else, but it seems like this year I'm not going to get either Battlefield 5 nor Black Ops 4. I think both of these games are sincere garbage, and I don't know. I don't like where this gaming industry is headed. It's not headed to a good direction. Seems like we're losing control of our games. But that's about it for me. Tell me what you guys think. Will you buy Battlefield 5 or Black Ops 4 for that matter? let me know. I do read everything, even the deleted comments. I can read them like I stated before. So have a nice day, and I'll see you guys next time.